Causes of conflict. Why do we have a conflict in our team? Now, from a PMP perspective, we should keep in mind that whenever we have a conflict in our team, it might be happening because of rational reasons rather than we think it is happening because of few personalities in our project. You may have a situation in your real world where you have individuals who are more getting into conflicts and creating an environment. But for exam perspective, don't assume that. You always assume conflict is happening because of some systematic issue or because of some real fact which is having creating the different understanding in the team members. So you remain more rational when you are dealing with a PMP exam. Now, why can we have a conflict? The stage of your project team is also an important parameter when we think why the conflicts are happening. In an early stage, forming, storming stage, the team is new, they have yet to develop understanding of how do we communicate and collaborate with each other, may get into conflict because of missing clarity of roles and responsibility, because of misinformation or different way of processing the information, or maybe happening because of not having a working agreement protocol about how do we work here. So those kind of conflicts may come in a storming stage, and as a project manager, I deal with them by way of team building and creating appropriate structure like team charter, communication protocol. So these things get resolved in the early stage of our project. Now we move forward, the team move to a performing stage. There we may have a conflict coming because of a party involved may have a different value perception. Somebody may value quality, somebody may value more early delivery, and that's the reason they are in a conflict. We should agree what is more important for our overall project objective rather than my focus on quality or early delivery. So that could be a value perception conflict. There could be a conflict because of different way of looking at a thing, difference of opinion. I may have a technical problem. One person is thinking about one way of solving it, another person is thinking another way of solving it, and they have strong skills in those areas, and that's why they have a conflict, because they are trying to find out what is best for the project, and they are trying to convince my solution looks might be better than over the other. We have a healthy conversation. We need to find out what is the right answer. Now, these two conflicts are expected to be there. There is also a possibility of conflict coming even in a performing stage because of competition. Sometimes we create an environment where team members are competing with each other and they may want to outperform, and that's the reason which may create conflict. Yeah, so I should be more focusing on collaboration rather than competition. So when I'm dealing with the PMP exam questions, I need to be careful about judging and reading the team stage if that information is coming in the question, and also see what could be the reason of the conflict before I find out what should I do. Because if the reason is the early stage structural issues, I might need to do team building and improve my working agreement. If the conflict is coming at a later stage and team is unable to resolve, then I may need to do facilitated conversation to resolve these conflicts.